Hamilton against Bottas on the front row. It's lights out and away we go. They weren't held for long at the start. Hamilton gets away well. Bottas is trying to challenge him though. And Ricciardo on the outside of Max Verstappen, who takes that inside line once again and defends the place well for the Renault. Hamilton from Bottas still. Albon now pulling out alongside Esteban Ocon after dropping a place. Ricciardo's already having a look. Ocon is right behind his teammate as Brady on the go.
Perfect then, because they didn't squabble. They did not squabble. Verstappen and Ricciardo then right in the sweet spot.
Verstappen is already putting Valtteri Bottas under huge pressure. Here comes Daniel Ricciardo on the inside as well. Hamilton leads into the chicane from Bottas, and then Verstappen and Ricciardo side by side. Then comes Esteban Ocon. Ocon ahead of Albon, and then the racing point of Lance Stroll, who's made up places at the start here ahead of his teammate Sergio Perez. And it's a very good start indeed for Charles Leclerc, who's up to 9th.
And we saw Lando Norris in the far background having a very slidey moment.
Now Sergio Perez is going to be a bit under pressure with Pierre Gasly as they go side by side through Eau Rouge. And Pierre Gasly, what a move that was of Sergio Perez on board with Pierre Gasly. Sergio Perez on his left.
That's how we race. Try to squeeze me like hell.
Yeah, that's getting a bit naughty down there.
Oh, I say a little bit of an off. That is a big off, and there's 2 cars involved there, one of which is an Alpha Tauri, and this is a definite safety car, and this looks like a very big coming together.
This could even be a red flag. Could be a red flag. It's a lot of debris all over the racetrack.
It's Giovinazzi and George Russell that have come together, and I think that's Antonio Giovinazzi I can see climbing out of the car, and that's George Russell too, and it's wonderful to see both drivers climbing out of the cockpit, and they're all pitting.
Ferrari weren't ready with the tyres, look.
And clear.
Oh, come on!
And straight radio off.
Oh, well, that's so cool.
We had to do an air refill.
How many so cold because I had the radio on.
So stacking the Mercedes, they can get away with that, but it might hurt Bottas. Might well hurt Bottas.
2.5 seconds for Hamilton. How long? Yeah, what? 3.5 seconds for Valtteri Bottas. Oh, very tight indeed. They're double stacking at Renault as well, so Bottas compromised. It could also hamper Esteban Ocon here as well, which might be good news for Alex Albon, who was stuck behind Esteban Ocon. Ricciardo stops for 2.9 seconds, only a 1/10 of a second longer, but Ocon has lost out there to Alex Albon in the pit stops as a result of that double stacking. In comes Sebastian Vettel. Charles Leclerc had already pitted. Now we're on board with Giovinazzi. Oh yes, well, front right.
Yeah, right.
First,
so
it hit the wheel.
I'm okay. There's nowhere I could go, guys.
Charles, we are looking into plan C or plan B at the moment, looking into both.
Yeah, I mean, either plan B or plan C, they are very different, so I need either to come into one or the other.
Yes, we are looking into both plans at the moment. I will let you know which one.
Loss of power.
This is Lewis Hamilton, race leader.
loss of power is calling.
Not a total loss, you can hear it, obviously, going through Eau Rouge and up Bradion, but will we see Valtteri Bottas getting that much closer now? What is that power unit problem for Lewis Hamilton?
Nothing to worry about this, that's just energy management, that should all be back to normal now.
On board with Daniel Ricciardo though, has got DRS and he's got Sergio Perez in his sights, and Daniel Ricciardo puts his Renault up into 5th place, because here comes Alex Albon. He's going to have to go the long way round, and the bus stop chicane breaks that much later than Perez has the grip to do so, and a nice move from Alex Albon. As here comes Charles Leclerc on Sebastian Vettel, and they've both got DRS, and that might just help Sebastian Vettel, who's going to continue to fight it and really does squeeze his teammate at the chicane. Vettel was having none of that as Charles Leclerc wanted to get past. The DRS will open for Daniel Ricciardo to give him 8.5 kilometres of extra pace, and he probably doesn't even need that, because look how he's breezing past Pierre Gasly, who hasn't stopped in this race so far and has just conceded 4th place to Daniel Ricciardo, who's back where he started. And here comes Pierre Gasly on Sebastian Vettel. Alpha Tauri based in Italy, Ferrari of course based in Italy, and Sebastian Vettel locks up horribly as the AlphaTauri swoops past him on the right-hand side.
Sebastian's ducked back underneath, lost some front downforce because he's so close to the gearbox of the AlphaTauri and locked the front axle. There we go. He wasn't even that close.
Nothing on these tires left.
He wasn't even that close to him, really.
Do you have vibrations?
Not too bad, but I tell you, I'm going to get eaten up.
I have this issue with numbness on the left leg again because of the brakes. Struggle to feel the back.
Copy that.
Ouch. You need a bit of DRS, don't you? And is that DRS going to be enough? Sergio Perez thinks it will be, and it was. And he judged that to absolute perfection.
And Lando, on the previous lap, we've had a warning.
Yeah, I don't care about the... Okay.
Turn
I
now.
don't care about the guys behind. All right.
Did I thought I saw him. I did see him.
Yeah.
I thought it was odd where we picked him up. Yeah. He lost a Grand Prix going through there once, didn't he? Do you remember?
It got taken away from him.
Yeah.
Valtteri Bottas has been told, stay off the curbs. And like his teammate Lewis Hamilton on the previous lap, locks up at the bus stop chicane, and that's going to lose him a bit of time. But is Max Verstappen struggling just as badly on the tyres as well? And at the moment, frustratingly, for those of us that want that grandstand finish, that seems to be the case.
Oh,
Here we go, Esteban Ocon. He's going to try and make the move. Esteban Ocon does get past Alex Albon, and now Albon is going to be put under pressure by Lando Norris as well. So Ocon moves up into 5th place for Renault, 4th and 5th for Renault for the 30th consecutive race. Mercedes lead every single lap, or have led a lap on every single one of the last 30 races. Hamilton picks up another win. It's the Belgian Grand Prix for Lewis Hamilton in 2020 to extend his championship lead even further. Valtteri Bottas comes home to make it a Mercedes 1-2. It's 3rd place for Max Verstappen, his 6th podium finish in a row. Daniel Ricciardo gets the fastest lap on the last lap.
Run wide, that's
I
all
was
one.
pushing. I sent that last lap.
Get in there, Lewis. What a drive, mate. What a drive.
Fantastic effort, guys. That was awesome. Thanks so much, mate.
Lewis Hamilton will fancy that there's another win in the bag, I'm sure. It's only Mercedes' 3rd 1-2 finish at Spa. Fangio and Moss in 55, Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg in 2015, and like that day, he's gone from pole to victory today. For Lewis Hamilton, it surpasses Michael Schumacher's all-time record for the amount of kilometres in the lead of a Grand Prix, and finishes in the points for a 40th consecutive race as well, which is now just one shy of the record for consecutive classified finishes. And he's done it in the points at every one of those 40 races as well. Daniel Ricciardo picks up an extra point then for fastest lap of the race. If you remember, Daniel Ricciardo back in Italy last year started 5th, finished 4th. Well, could be on for something very similar this time around.